Hey, what's going on? If you want to get a complete system that makes melting fat easy and is 100% automated, then I want you to go to the link that's on the bottom of your page right now. YouTube doesn't let me make that link clickable, so you're actually gonna have to type it into your browser, or I also put the copy of the link in the description, so you can click on that or type it into your browser. All right. For now, enjoy the video, and after you're done with this video, make sure to go to that link to get a complete fat melting system.
All right, so within this program, we're giving you several techniques, and dinner is another one of those crucial times. Kind of like how, at breakfast before you eat, you have a really great opportunity to melt pure fat. Before bed is another one of those opportunities where you can either mess it up and wake up fatter, and you know really mess up your progress. Wake up not only fatter but tired. If you have a heavy meal with a lot of carbs, your body will actually be processing and digesting so much of of this food during the night. It's going to be using all your resources to break down this food. You're going to wake up fatter, and you're gonna wake up feeling tired. So this concept, and when you follow the simple steps we're going to give you in this video, you'll not only have a great opportunity to wake up and melt pure body fat, because while you're sleeping, you're actually your body's repairing and taking all the garbage out and cleansing everything and just recharging you for the day. You're going to be able to melt pure fat, but you're also more importantly going to be wake up with a lot more energy when you follow these rules, and when you use this the 12-hour rule that Jason's going to talk about in just a moment. You'll be able to wake up feeling refreshed, energized, and you'll step on the scale, be lighter if it's time to weigh yourself.
So let me get this straight. They're gonna sleep better.
Yes.
They're gonna wake up with more energy. They're gonna sleep and burn fat at the same time, and then their morning ritual is gonna burn fat even better before the breakfast. Those four things are gonna happen with this dinner and 12-hour rule technique.
Yeah, it's again going into
just making sure.
Yeah, it's the same thing we keep talking about, which is all these techniques are going to stack together. These are all techniques that require a little amount of willpower. You keep stacking them on top of each other, and they have a really synergistic and exponential effect to melt pure body fat. I don't know if you're familiar with the 80-20 rule, the Pareto principle, stating that 20% of the actions you do give you 80% of the results, right? So it's you probably wear 20% of your clothes 80% of the time. 20% of the salespeople make 80% of the sales for companies, and it just this guy did research, and the 80-20 rule spans in all kinds of areas in your life. This before bed is one of those 20% that give you the most benefit. So instead of being one of those people at the gym where you're sweating bullets and you're going really hard and being a cardio bunny and exerting your energy and giving your all, instead, be strategic and use this time before bed to really wake up feeling lighter and feeling better. So we're going to go over now the simple meals that we recommend and the simple rules that we recommend before going to bed. Number one is you really before bed you want to tone down the amount of carbs that you eat. I'm sure you might have heard this rule before, but we really want to emphasize it. And how many carbs do you think they should have before bed? Approximately.
If you're gonna have carbs before bed, I recommend somewhere around 20. But there's two angles you can take this. You can take the more drastic angle where you're gonna do no carbs as far as sweet potato, none of those kind of things, and you're just gonna do protein and veggies, and the veggies is where you're gonna get your carbs from. And this is advanced and a little like a streamlined approach to burning fat a little faster. But if you want to take it a little easier, you can eat carbs as well. We don't ever say you can't do that, but you want to keep it on a lower side of the carbs for the night, and during the day is when you're eating the majority of your carbs. And again, like we're always reiterating, we want to steer clear from processed foods. I mean, with all our meals, all our snacks, we want to stay as true to unprocessed, fresh foods. That are part of the foods that are refrigerated and that will go bad. The quicker the food goes bad, the better. And we don't want to be taking things out of plastic wrappers to eat them for dinner or lunch or even breakfast if we don't have to.
Yeah, and staying away from processed foods goes back to what I was saying earlier, where if you eat processed foods before bed, you're going to spend the majority of your time, trying to break that food down while you're sleeping, and you're actually going to wake up tired. So it's very important. There's another one of those critical moments where if you're going to have processed foods, have it early in the day. Obviously, ideally, you don't have anything. If you're bending with the processed food, that's fine. But ideally, you want to, before bed is one of those very critical moments that you want to be as perfect as possible.
And again, with the tired issue about waking up tired, is your body usually runs on cycles. Your whole body, your organs, different muscles, everything. Your body runs on cycles. So your digestive tract runs on a cycle. When you're more active with your eating, which is throughout the day, through breakfast or dinner, your digestive tract is more efficient. So that's one of the reasons why when you go to sleep and you pack your body with processed foods, which processed foods are a lot harder to digest, that you're not digesting them, your body's working really hard to break these things down because your digestive tract is not running properly. It's like a bunch of tongue twisters going on here. So that's another reason, and it's one of the main reasons why you'll sleep better and you'll wake up with more energy because your body's not working as hard to digest these unprocessed and these foods that your body's not used to eating.
All right, so here's some specific recipes you can do. During the dinner time, we want to stick with the lean proteins as well as the healthy fats. Something like a fish with avocado and some veggies, whether it's broccoli, asparagus, maybe a little coleslaw. And we really want to stay as far away from the carbs as possible, and we want to replace the carbs at nighttime with a little bit of fat. We can eat things like, for carbs, we can eat things like sweet potatoes. For fats, we can do things like coconut oil, we can do avocado. What other fats you got there? We got olive oil, we got...
Hey, what's going on? If you're enjoying the video so far, do me a huge favor and click on the like button below. You'll get your good deed for the day out of the way. It helps me out a lot. Also, go ahead and subscribe and leave a comment. Something as simple as good video or I enjoyed the video. It really helps me out with YouTube. Alright, here's the rest of the video.
A little bit of almond butter maybe. We got...
You can do nuts. Obviously all the nuts come from walnuts. That's where the coconut oil and almond butter comes from. But basically with the fats, just like we'll tap into the fats a little bit. Fats are not bad at all. They're actually really good for you. Your brain runs off pure fat, which is lipids. But fats, there's two different types of fats, and we want to stay away from one, and we want to be on the other one. And things like like how avocado is packed with fat, that's good fat, and we want to be on that. Sometimes I'll hear people like, oh, you don't want to eat avocado, it has loads and loads of fat, but it's really healthy fat. Again, if you eat 3 avocados a day, it's too much. Everything in moderation, it's bad for you. But the fats that are in candy bars and processed foods, those are not good fats, and those are not doing anything for us except stacking on our our rolls on the side of our stomach. All right. So good fat and bad fat, big distinguish. We gotta make sure we distinguish those two things, and make sure we are eating the good fats because they're good for us. They help us run better. They help our body process food and work as a better machine to eventually get lean and get that automatic 6-pack.
All right, so I know that before bed is one of those moments where some people use food before bed as kind of a sleeping pill. So they eat a lot, and then it'll actually put them to sleep. So if this is you, it's good to find certain foods that put you to sleep. Okay, if I'm having one of those moments, usually I can go to sleep no problem. But if I'm having one of those nights where I'm just tossing and turning, you need to have a real, healthy snack, something 100 to 150 calories, where you can just eat it, kind of, get your stomach to calm down and go to sleep. So have that emergency snack so you don't, wake up in the middle of the night and just, stuff a bunch of food in your mouth. For me, if I have one of those nights I can't sleep, I have a little bit of yogurt with a banana or half a banana, depending on what it is. Again, I get satisfied. It's just something to stop my stomach from rumbling, and I go back to sleep, and I wake up feeling great, just fine with that little snack.
And remember also that after dinner is a snack time. So dinner you're eating really clean, and as well with the snack you're going to eat good as well. And then after that you're getting to our 12-hour rule. And the 12-hour rule is just going to work like we keep on saying. It's going to work synergistically with everything else. It's going to help you burn fat throughout the night. And then on top of that, when you get up and you do the morning ritual and your breakfast, you're going to be burning even more fat.
So the 12-hour rule is just. The 12-hour rule stands for the last meal of your day and then the first meal of your day are going to be 12 hours apart. right? So if you have dinner at 10 p.m., your first meal is going to be at 10 a.m.
Yeah, it's just basically whenever you ate last or whatever. If you had a banana at 11:30 p.m., you're not going to be able to eat another drop of food or another grain of food until 11:30 a.m. So it's very simple. You're just doing 12 hours between last food consumption to first food consumption, and that's going to allow your body to burn through all your glucose, which is the carbohydrates that you're eating throughout the day, and get into the second line of energy, which is your stored fats, and it's going to eat away those love handles throughout the night.
Yeah, and as well as breakfast too. So sometimes I'll eat at 11, and instead of waking up and eating whenever I wake up, I know that I had my last meal at 11. So I'll do a little bit of a fast. I'll do a little intermittent fasting, and I won't eat anything until 11, and that really allows me to, if I do have that snack for whatever reason, I have that yogurt and banana at 11 because I couldn't go to sleep for whatever reason, then I make a mental note, and the next day I might push my breakfast back, later, or my first meal later, so that I continue to burn the fat and I turn my body into a fat burning machine. We want to use those two moments, that fast when you breakfast and then before bed. Those are critical moments to burn pure body fat. Most of the day, you're kind of just speeding up your metabolism and giving your body fuel. That gap right there is really where you're going to be melting pure fat from your body and stripping blocks of fat, week after week, so that you get ripped and you start seeing your six pack in no time.
And this is one of the things, one of the rules, this 12-hour rule is extremely basic, and it's one of the things that I really never bend on, and I always stick true to it because it's that 20% that gives me the 80%, and it's a thing that's going to really make that big difference. And it's something that humans have been designed to do and have been doing for centuries now, and just recently, since we have this modern technology and fast food chains, all these things open 24/7, we haven't been sticking to it. But back in the day, let's go back into the caveman days. If sunlight was out, we were more active. We obviously we can't see in the dark. We're not nocturnal, so we're active. We're eating. We're building. We're doing something. It's nighttime, around 7 p.m., 8 p.m., depending on the daylight saving time or whatever that is. And then you stop eating. You go to sleep and it gets dark, and you wake up. When it gets light again, which is again between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. So you have that 12-hour gap, where you're sleeping and relaxing and not doing much, and then when you get up and the light comes out, you eat and you get active again, you start eating. So the fasting is totally natural, and that's how our bodies are designed, so they can clean out, and again we can stay lean and mean and trim and get that automatic six-pack.
Beautiful. So implement the 12-hour rule. You'll have a little report underneath this video with sample dinners. Have that emergency meal, that emergency snack, whether it's yogurt, banana, whatever will help pull you to sleep. Some people like turkey, whatever it might be for you. And make sure you don't break this one rule. This is really one of those critical ones, like Jason said. It's a 20% that gives you 80% of the result. So make sure you make this one of your top priorities, following the 12-hour rule, making that gap between dinner and breakfast 12 hours and not breaking that no matter what. All right, that's it for this video. We'll see you on the next one.
Hey, real quick, one more thing before you go. I want to make sure you know that there is no correlation between how hard you work and how much fat you melt or how much muscle you build. All right, there's enough science, enough data out there that there's absolutely no correlation between hard work and results. All right, there's a difference between movement and achievement. All right, if you want to learn my best tips, what I call the 5% hacks that allow you to get maximum results, maximum fat loss, maximum lean muscle gain, I want you to go to the link that's on the bottom of this page, or you can click on the link in the description. All right, you're going to get a complete system for melting fat in an intelligent and streamlined system. I'll see you there.